Good morning, friends. Good to see great attendance for this fantastic inaugural session of Restaurant India by Franchise India in south of India, which is so very loved by all of us. So I normally say yes to events after thinking too much, but it was in south of India, I said, okay, yes, I'll come. So that's the power of south, right? So I was asking Ritu, I said, okay, is there anything specific that you would want to speak? He said, no, do what you do best. I said, I just smile. That's what I do best. So for me, it's, I let my food speak, but I can definitely say, so I was listening to what Ritu was saying. Very interestingly, I think there are many things that we have done, but building brands, creating things which can be taken outside of our comfort area. We are very comfortable in whatever we do. As soon as we try to take it out, we are always scared. We always think that, oh my God, can we do it? Would it work? Would it not work? So for me, it has always been important to do things which take me outside my comfort zone, comfort area. And I have seen that most of the time it works. So I believe that there are always two kinds of approaches that you can take in life. One is to lead, the other one is to follow. So I have always believed that if you have the courage and ability to lead, then it's fun for me. But what does it take? It takes lots of courage, and there is much higher risk also, because to lead, you are not following any path. You are actually going out. There is no road. There is no path, and you go out there in a hope that you'll be able to create a path, create a road. And once you are able to do that, then you see, oh my God, there are too many people who are following you. And that puts more pressure, and you say, okay, now I have to create another path. And you continue to do that. And that's fun for me. Higher risk also, because you can get to a place where it's a dead end. And then you have to start back again, digging. You have to start looking at, oh, a new road I have to create. But the rewards commensurate always. And that's what I have seen. I think it's exactly the same in restaurant industry. If we are comfortable with what we are doing, we are following. So whether it's a new restaurant or old restaurant, we can lead it, we can do it the way that, okay, I'm happy following. Give people what they want. Easy. The only risk in leading in restaurants, so in food trends, there are things which are beginning to come. You can catch them young, you can catch them early, but the risk is the consumption may not be that much. In following, consumption is always there. It's predictable. But when it is predictable, the margins are thinner. So it's always very tricky to see, oh my God, what do I do? I believe that if we can have a combination of both in restaurant industry, so you get to work with things which give you leadership position, and I say those should be your talking points, new things which you can talk about. Because food today, the whole definition of restaurant has changed. It is not only going out to eat. Eating in at home is a different market, and not from a restaurant. It could be from somebody else's home. Eating at somebody's home is a business. That's also restaurant business. So the whole definition is changing. So in trends, if we have to follow something which is new, which will come, or it is just begin to come, then there is always a risk that the consumption may not be too much. So I say that create talking points of your leadership items. So in a restaurant menu, if I were to talk, and the bulk of your story should be the consumption. So it's like what we talk about food trends in India. Say, oh, healthy food is in now. Is it really in? I don't know. So I say that the benchmark for that is when McDonald's launches a salad on their menu, that is when the health food would be consumed more. But we are still talking. So talk always precedes consumption, which is a good thing. We know that when talk has started to happen, consumption will follow. At what pace, what speed, we have to always track it. So for me to see, this is something which I always say, that India is a fantastic country. We love to talk salads, but eat samosa. बातें सब वही करेंगे. But we would love to have our samosa. That's what we like to do. So if we can have a nice combination of salad and samosa, the life would be much easier. The only thing is, whenever in a restaurant, the leadership position will come from the product. We all know that. And I'm sure that nobody needs to preach on what we should do. But today's world has changed where food is not, or restaurant business is not only about your product. It is not just this taste. It involves many senses today. It always did. We always said we eat with our eyes first. But we actually have started to eat our food before it has come in front of us. When we look at the menu on an app, we say, oh, how good it is looking. Somebody may have shared it. Lots of conversations have started much before you have consumed that food. So which means that whatever the product that we have, it should have the ability to create conversations. If we can do that, the consumption would be faster, the consumption would be much quicker, and that's what we want. We just want to do that. More conversations will make, at unit, great business. Great unit, more potential to grow. Bigger conversation, more people will come to you. You don't have to attract capital. I have never gone to anyone to ask for money. I said, capital, easiest thing to get. Many people have money. But people like us who can execute things, very few people have that. And I think restaurant people, what Ritu said, one of the most complex businesses, as we were entering into this, so she asked me, okay, have you not got into the food delivery business? I said, nah. I said, you know what? For me, restaurant business is very good business, but I have the opportunity to do many other things which are simpler. I respect people who do a lot of difficult work. We have about 70-odd restaurants globally, but if you ask me, my biggest kick comes from content business. Restaurant mein har roz dal banani padti hai. But when I cook dal and I give it to Microsoft worldwide, they send it to 180 countries, and I just cooked it once, and I get the royalty year after year. That is, I have the ability. I can do that. But I have a lot of respect people who have the ability and diligence to cook that dal every day, sell it. Not many people can do it. Managing so many variables on day-to-day basis, it's a skill that only restaurant people have it. How to amplify it, how to make it bigger. I think sessions like these, they help. I'm sure that in just 10 minutes, there's not much can be achieved, but what I can say is that I've only been trained to work in a restaurant. That's what I was trained. So that's my qualification. And if I saw that with that strength, I can create multiple things, not just restaurant. And every time there's anything, I challenge people, whether it's our cookware company, WonderChef, or our TV channel, or digital things. I say, you know what, in hotels we used to do this, in restaurant we used to do this. And every time I apply that, because what the path that I took at that time, tough path, all managing so many variables, yet keeping it very efficient, doing all that in a tight way, I've been able to build that. So, and I still get excited that, oh my God, this is what I learned 25 years ago, and I can use that. And if you are doing it, I can tell you that if today, in this room, we decide that next year, what she said that she cannot think of 5 brands from south of India, I'm sure that collectively, if we decide that at least 5 brands which would have created conversations. You cannot do in 1 year something magic nahi ho jata hai, but 5 brands from food service from south of India which would have created conversations at global level. I think the job is very well done. And I can say this, that if you need any input from my side, I'm always available. I don't do much. I just smile for a living. I'll continue to do that. Thank you.